Welcome back, everyone. This is another flip through of a nostalgic or retro comic book. This, of course, was picked by none other than our lovely Andrea Lana. Thank you for selecting this one from our recent poll of what should we look at next. So this comes from a popular cartoon series in the 90s that was somewhat edgy on Nickelodeon, as many were. Of course, if you're not familiar with Rocko's Modern Life, that theme song, though.
Rocko's Modern Life.
You all remember that one. You gotta. Come on. But anyways, this comes at you at a price tag back in the day of $1.95. Of course, by Marvel Comics and Nickelodeon. We go inside the cover here, and we are greeted with an ad from Sega here for the IR7000. Get the message? I do not remember that device. Do you? If so, let us know in the comments. But this came out December 1994. This is volume 1, number 7 of Rocko's Modern Life. And of course, we have the little mail-in thing, the other side of that. We'll get to that later on. But conned again, he is going to a comic convention. Obviously, these are still very popular today. Tales from the Toilet, that's funny. Sam Steroid. Frantic 4. Some of these things, Captain Cootie. Some of these things are pretty funny. So what misadventures will Rocko get on today? And this does not lay flat because of that mail-in. That's all right. We'll hold this down best we can. And we see Rocko going here through to the convention, picking out a comic, the most sought after comic in the world. Really, really big man, number 1. And people barge through the doors here. And everybody, of course, wants that particular issue. And it continues on here as he's picking out other comics, but the one everybody really wants is that particular one. Get another ad here for Fleer, and this of course is for trading cards. Any of you collect cards back in the day? And we have a big illustration here of the whole Comic Con floor. Can we say Comic Con? We'll just say convention. We know what it is, though. And not a page later, but more ads and advertising. We have, of course, here for Dave's Comics. Does anyone know if that's still around? We can do a Google search for that, I suppose. And another one for a Venus flytrap. You can order a actual Venus flytrap. Interesting. An ad for how to hypnotize anyone. And Peanut Butter Crunch, one of the best cereals right here. That was a really good one. And back to the story as we continue on here. And just the crazy, zany antics. And then another ad. So yeah, this one makes sense as far as what was popular back in the mid-90s. Of course, this being the end of 1994. We're in full force of Power Ranger popularity. So of course, you can order a Frisbee, a bottle, a cheap, poorly made ball and football, and some sort of canvas bag. $14.99. I'm sure all this stuff was really poorly made and deteriorated in short time. But you could mail in for that. $14.99 plus a flat fee of $1.95. And it would probably take 8 weeks to get to you. Anyone ever get that stuff in the mail? You let me know. Continuing on with our story here. More than you can afford. Oh, Rocko's not having a good time. Why does he host these things if he's just having a miserable time? And then we end that main story here and we get a bonus story, now Bev's Beauty Tips. This is like a mini story that's featured within this issue. And you see it's only 2 pages long. And basically they structure these like they would the cartoon that you're watching, where it's in a half hour you get kind of 2 shorts and then sometimes a filler in between. And these are how these volumes are kind of structured, because now we have another issue here. And it appears as though the lights go out and now they're trying to pass the time with no power or electricity. And of course they can tell scary stories here. And they're both freaked out by everything. Another ad here, Sega. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Genesis, Game Gear, and Sega CD. And I think I played this one for the channel before. If I did, here's your clip.
Got a gamble or watch more of our programming live. You earn strands every time you watch live. Guys, gonna start with jumping. Lock made a new command. Hospital Wi-Fi is garbage. Why are you at the hospital? Is everything okay?
Is it a PlayStation Classic game?
Is it a PlayStation Classic game? No.
Continuing on here, of course, the scary stories. They've scared themselves as he's running around in the woods trying to find some wooden logs. And then another ad here. And this is kind of the updates of various issues by Marvel and things in the world of Marvel happening, and an advertisement for Marvel itself. And back to the story here. The drawings are really well done. I mean, as good as the cartoon series itself. So like if you were a fan of the cartoon, this would probably be a very popular one for you. Another ad here. Looks like a little puzzle for Lucky Charms. Anybody remember that cereal? You still eat it? And then we wrap up this story arc here, and they're just simply scared. Some messages here from the community and author. Did you ever get featured in any of that? And then check off your collection. You can, of course, much like other issues, order in for any missing ones, and then check off your completion. And then our mail-in. And then a ad here for Sweet Tarts Candy, closing out the book. And then an end ad for Double Dragon. You guys remember that movie?
Double Dragon.
You said it.
Well, if you enjoyed this, I have boxes and boxes and boxes of more comics of this era. So if you like what you see, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Come back for more comic book content, as well as many, many other things that are featured on this channel. And again, until next time.